problem. Go on. Work it. Yeah. Any type of situation.
5,000, the Martin Luther King Jr. event this weekend. And don't forget, folks, coming up at 4 o'clock this afternoon, we are going to the main sanctuary for the concert at 4 o'clock this afternoon, featuring the one and only, the award-winning Luther Barnes and the Sunset Jubilees. Anybody Luther comes with is all right. He can bring anybody he wants. You know they're going to make it do what it do. All right, so thank you for being here on the premises. Yes, sir. Bring down. Come on, New Beach Flow. Here we go. One more time. Take me in your arms. Ready? Take me in your arms. All right. Now take your fork and spoon and put it together and do it like this. Here we go.
Wow. Big 5,000. Good to see everybody here. The chiefs, the sheriffs, Hampton, Newport News coming together, delegates and council people and everybody, NAACP. Well, before I start doing this, let's stand up, Sister Jennifer. Turn around, yes, everybody see you. Okay. Now, this is your new NAACP president for Newport News. Yes, yes, yes. So whenever you have any problems, don't email me anymore. Email her, all right? She handle all your problems. Now, seriously, we thank God for her stepping up and taking over. Where's Sister Cynthia Downs? I see you. Oh yeah, come on, stand up, Miss Downs. Amen. Sister Cynthia Downs, she was the originator to make sure that we got all this NAACP together here in Newport News. Okay, this way a little bit. All right, but let on over here for the feedback. But we thank her for all that she does. I know Brother Shannon's going to introduce everybody, but I just want to I always got to introduce my chief. Brother Chief Drew is in the house. Come on, somebody. We are praying for them. We are praying for all the different things that go on in the city. But you would not find a chief that cares about the people more than Chief Drew. I told him, yes. I told him, man, he made my job so easy. You got an easy job because the main thing the NAACP usually have a problem with is the police chief, especially when they're your color. Just keeping it 100. But we thank God for what he does to make sure he take care of the community. Always there in the community, is always there to make sure that he loves the people. So his philosophy is you can't arrest yourself into a better city. He's always there to make sure he take care of people. I mean, you've seen, even when that Officer Thine got killed, they still brought that young man to justice without shooting him. Come on, somebody. I hate what happened. But most of the time when there's people of color, even when they have their hands up and no weapons on them at all, a lot of times we don't get taken into custody without being killed, whether we're innocent or guilty. So we appreciate him. I've seen also when one of the officers was in a chase and had to take out her weapon, chase someone, and they ended up not killing him either. So if you've never seen, I don't know if I can invite you to see that, but I saw the use of force videos that we watched. And I've seen our police take so much restraint when it came to taking in people who had just committed crimes, even though they were resisting arrest, no matter what color they were. And that's a testament to the leadership of Chief Drew. So thank God for him. Amen.
But let's pray as we begin and move forward. God, we thank you for this opportunity to come together in unity. We thank you for your grace and your mercy and your loving kindness. Thank you, God, that we can come together as one, as we stand together in unity, stand together for the same thing, as we come together to remember the dream and also to remember those who are less fortunate. God, we give you praise for all these things that shall take place today. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Make some Thank you, Pastor. Oh, y'all ain't here to look at me. Everybody stand. Come on. Come on, everybody stand. Now, little Lord, we got all of these elected officials, VIPs, DIGs, but today they're here to serve. See, Dr. King said that one thing we can all do is serve. You don't have to be an Aristotle to serve. You don't have to be a Plato to serve. Just have a heart full of grace and a soul full of love. So let's give this pastor a hand. He soon. We want everybody to put your hands together. Come on, just like this. Now I got Miss Gigi from Congressman Scott's office. Give her a hand. Come on over here. We get ready to show you something. Say so. Miss Jennifer Brooks, Newport News, Brains NAACP. Come on. Dr. Michelle Boone Thornton, I need you to show up. Come on over here. Mr. Lionel T. Hines. I know the thing has got more movement than that. Whoa! Show us some of that Zeta love. Oh, there you go. Y'all getting it now. Now watch this. I know you with Gigi. Come on over here. You with Gigi. Come on. They say we got Steve Drew today. Well, we can start right now. Newport News Chief, Steve Drew, come on over here. Give him a hand. My good friend, you'll see him everywhere, but today you see him here, former Newport News City Council member, Dave Jenkins. Real low. That's all right, y'all. I don't see the audience. We gonna eat in a minute. Once I see y'all in God, we gonna eat. Now, put your hands together a little louder. I got the pastor's son. We call him P.S. the pastor's son. But he's also represents the North District of Newport News. His father is my friend in the civil rights movement. And he has continued to take a stand for justice and equality. Mr. Marcellus L.B.2 Harris, go ahead now. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Cynthia Downs Taylor. Come on. She represents Senator Mount Warner. I want y'all to know we cross city lines in here. For feeding, we cross city lines. All the way from Hampton, I said from Hampton, Virginia, to Sheriff Karen Bowden, give her a hand. I said she crossed the line. Now I want y'all to hear this, because Pastor Maxwell will tell you, we don't just come together just to meet, greet, and eat. Don't take it for granted. What that t-shirt say up? Saved but not sold. He said he's saved but not sold. So if we don't get partnership for that parade this year, we want him to be sold. Okay, John Ely, South District Representative, give him a hand. All these people to witness you saying that. Shelly, my good friend, State Delegate Shelly Simons. She an SCLC member. Now Shelly, I don't know his name because I ain't never got a check from him. I said I ain't never got a check from him, but I expect to get one. Now you can represent who you represent, and next time tell them what, Shelly, bring a check.
Back to Colonel Senator Mason's office.
Tell Senator Mason for a check. All the way from Wilmington, North Carolina. Y'all thought he was the pastor of Zion Baptist Church, but he's my homeboy from Wilmington, North Carolina. Still blind, Tremaine Johnson, go ahead. Now y'all got the introduction. The audience can have a seat. You all stay.
Good, everybody. Good afternoon. And he just put me on the spot telling him to tell a story. But no, we're always, it is always a blessing to be able to celebrate the life and legacy of such a great man, Dr. Martin Luther King. That's why we're all here on today. I believe today is his actual birthday. He would have been celebrating his 94th birthday. And that's why the reason that we're standing here today and offering up the services, because Dr. Martin Luther King was all about giving back and providing to those in need. And that's why we have all these great people here today and those in the back. And before I do that, I do just want to acknowledge Pastor Maxwell and all that he's doing in our community here in the North District and beyond. I'm also a part of a youth foundation, which we have over 200 kids in the community doing different events. And I am so proud to have a partnership with Pastor Maxwell, and he gives back to our kids. He provides funding for our kids. him and Pastor Walden. I saw Pastor John earlier, and just being able to establish that relationship has been so beneficial to all those kids that are part of our program. So I just want to thank you, Dr. Maxwell, for that publicly. So if y'all can give him a round of applause for all that he's doing for our young people with the Youth Foundation that we are able to coordinate and facilitate. And then to my good friend that I've seen since I was a little young fella, and the work that my father done with what he was able to do with Mr. Shannon over the years. I grew up in this. I grew up in this freedom fight, this civil rights work, and I appreciate all you continue to do, Mr. Shannon. Even when everybody has so much to say, you continue to stand strong, stand firm on your convictions, and do so much for the community that don't always get acknowledged, but I want to recognize you on today. Now, what he would like me to do, he always likes, about 3 or 4 years ago, I was able to share a speech about Martin Luther King. And what most don't realize, even though he was on the forefront, he was the one with the microphone in his hand, he was the one that was on all the newspaper articles. They didn't have IG and Facebook. The part that I have a dream, it was somebody behind him, pushing him. A young lady by the name of Mahalia Jackson. While he was speaking, she was behind him, pushing him forward and encouraging him, saying, "Tell him about the dream, Martin, tell him about the dream." And that's when he veered off what he had originally wanted to share and started to speak on the dream that he had, that we would all be holding hands together and working together and being able to overcome some of the obstacles that we were dealing with at the time. So the reason why I wanted to share that, because you might not, even though we're standing up here in the front, it's those of you in the back pushing us to continue to do the work that we do, and what your voices and your actions help us in order to be able to help you and be a better community, a better stalwart in the community, a better resident in our city. And we need you to continue to push each and every one of us. So know who your city council members are, know who your delegates are, know all those people that have such a powerful influence that they need to hear from you. Just like Martin Luther King heard from Mahalia Jackson telling him about that dream, tell him about that dream. Because we can sit here and stand here all we want to, but without your encouragement, without your suggestions, without your perspectives, we would just be continuing to spiral in the same circle. But we just want to let you know that we are hearing from you. And I can speak for a lot of us that are up here. We want to hear from you, and that's how we continue to move forward this city, move forward our Commonwealth, move forward our country, by having you, even though you might not have a microphone in your hand, but you have a powerful voice that can get into our ears. So just be mindful of that. We want to continue to be able to be there for you, and we're going to hear you. And on this celebration of Martin Luther King Jr. Day, we want to also want you to understand that we are here to serve you. So that's all I have. And is that the story you wanted me to tell?
That's the story. Thank you.
So let me know.
Let me tell one more story. Senator Mason could talk as long as when he sent me a check. Take that home. I want to say we want to thank our media for coming. We have all the media covering this event. I want the media to know that we have elected officials who have crossed the city lines. They're all going to introduce themselves and let you know who they are. Gigi going to tell you she's not an elected official, but she is a wonderful representative from the Congressman Bobby Scott's office, and she hates for me to pull her up here, but guess what? We got her, so we're going to start with her, and we're going to work all the way down.
Good afternoon, everyone. First, I'd like to say, like Shannon said, my name is Gigi Russell, and I'm here on behalf of Congressman Bobby Scott. Congressman Scott has literally never missed a Feeding 5,000, but this year he had a schedule conflict, he could not be here, so he asked if I would come. And of course, for me to come, I would come also with him as well. And that people thought that the hurricane would hold him down. But no, we went inside. We went inside of Gethsemane Baptist Church, and we held the event, held the concert anyway. So it's not too many things that can hold Shannon down. So as he talks to the council about annual Southeast Day, I believe it's going to happen. I believe it's going to happen because there were actually many, many residents standing on the street waiting for the parade to come, and the parade didn't come. So that was a disappointment to the community as well as Mr. Shannon, but it was more of a disappointment to the community. So I think the council this year is going to try to see what can happen to make that happen. Again, I am honored and pleased to be here. Went to church and rushed home, changed clothes, and came here because I knew it was a day of service, because it actually is Martin Luther King's birthday. So it's a day of service. So it's nothing that we mind doing. We want to be here. So I thank everyone that's standing up here, and I thank you all, because without you all, we would just be standing here. So again, thank you, and everyone have a good evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me, and I want you to give him a warm welcome. Our mayor, the mayor of Newport News, Mr. Philip Jones. Come on.
First of all, I just want to say thank you so much for inviting all of us out. I'm excited to serve here today and stand here with all my friends and partners. So thank you.
Yeah. Newport News NAACP president, Jennifer, give her a hand.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. It's so good to see all of you out here for this great event, Feeding the 5,000. This is a great event, and Newport News NAACP is so proud to be a part of this event. We thank God for Andrew Shannon and all of you that have come to be a part of this. And thank you all that came, that volunteered. So many people reached out to me that wanted to volunteer, and I just say thank you, because that's what it's about. It's about taking ownership of our community, of Newport News. This is our city, and we have to take ownership about it. And when I look behind me and I see all of these elected officials, this is what it's about. Collaborating, us coming together as one to serve. So I'm just so honored to be here, and I thank God for you. And I just want you to know that when Andrew Shannon does this event, this is what you see. People here, but he also, after this, they're going to be serving in the communities. They're going to be delivering trays out in the community, and I think that's awesome for us to come together and honor such a great man as Martin Luther King. Amen. He did such great things, fought for civil rights. And although we've come a long way, we still have a ways to come. But I think it was Martin Luther King who said, you can kill the dreamer, but you can't kill the dream. And so the dream still goes on, and it goes on in you and in me. And so I challenge you to get involved in your community. Join the NAACP. We're here. There's so many ways that you can work to make your community better, to fulfill this dream that Martin Luther King had. So get involved in your community. I thank God for you, and I'm just glad to be here. Thank you so much.
My name is Lionel Hines. I am the founder and director of New Generation Marching Band from Portsmouth, Virginia. And I've been doing this now, I was just standing there thinking, over 27 years that I've been doing this. And I was just telling the chief right then, I live in Portsmouth, Virginia. But if you notice, I'm in Newport News an awful lot. I told my wife the other day, I said, I feel like I need to move to Newport News. Because I just love the spirit here in Newport News. I love Mr. Andrew Shannon for what he does. And I tell you what, he keeps me busy and going an awful lot. Early in the morning, late nights. But I love what he does. I love the MLK Day events and everything.
I would just say, I want to thank Mr. Shannon for allowing me to be here today. You guys have a great community, and you have a great church. You have a great pastor. A lot of times that I have conversations with him late into the night, Pastor Maxwell, we talk about things in the community. It's been a hard week for our city. A hard week. And it's not only affected us, but people around our state, and a little surprising to me around our country. But it's a real issue. I will say that when I get calls from some others and ask, what are you doing? I will say, we have to find some answers and solutions together. But I think the best thing that we have in Newport News, the best asset we have is each other. And I'm honored and humbled to be here today. My name is Steve Crew. I'm the Chief of Police here. And it's my honor to be here today, and I look forward to serving you. God bless you.
My name is Dave Jenkins. I'm a former city council member here at Newport News. And I just wanted to come and thank Andrew Shannon and thank Pastor Maxwell for having this event today. And hopefully we can leave here inspired by the works of Dr. King. We can go forth and change our communities. We can live better lives. Although I'm no longer an elected official, Dr. King was never an elected official. And look at the good that he did in his life and the change that he created in the world. When I was an elected official, I often met with community leaders and reminded them that there are only so many seats in elected government, but that should never stop anyone from changing the world for the better. Thank you.
Karen Bowden, the sheriff for the city of Hampton, and certainly it is an honor to be here this afternoon. I've worked with Mr. Shannon many years ago as it relates to the drum line, and I just want to conclude by saying we are all servants, and we all stand on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s shoulders. Let's continue his dream. Love you much, and thank you.
Haley, former member of Newport News School Board, current member of Newport News City Council, and I'd just like to thank New Beach Grove Church and Andrew Shannon for putting on this amazing event. I've been with Mr. Shannon since I was probably 12 years old. He used to come pick us up from Creighton Middle School and take us all the way to Fluvanna County for dance practice. So I've been around a long time. He's been doing great things in this community, and we do look forward to bringing Southeast Day back to our city.
Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And thank you so much. I'm Delegate Shelley Simons, and this day is really all about service to our community, and I'm so glad everyone could be here. Please know that my office is also here to serve and connect you to any state resources, whether it be help with state tax issues or housing, unemployment issues, Department of Motor Vehicle issues. We are here to serve you. We also have a really unique opportunity for young people. 12 and 13-year-olds can apply to be pages. And I see lots of young people here in the audience. I'm on the education in the House of Delegates, and I promise that we are going to fight to make sure that we continue to study Black history in Virginia. We want to celebrate the history of our great leaders like Martin Luther King Jr., and we want to make sure that we study all of history because it's all of our story here in Virginia. Thank you so much.
My name is Baxter Carter. I'm with Senator Monty Mason's office. I know myself and Senator Mason are very appreciative of everyone being out here today. Thank you to Mr. Andrew Shannon. Thank you to Pastor Maxwell. I'll try to keep it short and sweet because all these great speakers have said it all, but I know that there's nothing more you can do to respect Dr. King's legacy than serving today, and whether one way or the other, try to find a way to serve throughout, not just today, but all days of the year. Thank you so much.
Already been introduced, so I'm just grateful to have this opportunity on behalf of all the pastors here on the peninsula as president of the Coalition of Concerned Clergy. Glad to stand with Mr. Shannon, who I've known for years. I've been here now 14 years, and every year he has done amazing work in the community. And so we're going to champion that and continue to stand with each other. Let's give yourselves a hand for being here today.
I'm Jay Carroll, and I'm here representing the Zeta Phi Beta sorority, Alpha Beta Zeta chapter.
What? I didn't hear you.
Zeta Phi Beta sorority, Alpha Beta Zeta chapter, Newport News, Hampton, Virginia. And we are so happy to continue to support this wonderful event. Thank you, Mr. Shannon. We appreciate it. Sorry I'm a little late, but we're here and we're expecting more. Thank you so much.
And the Peninsula Alcohol Safety Action Board. I recognize all of our divine line up here. I just want you to know the Zetas have been doing it for 13 years. Okay, just put that out there.
That sounds like a challenge.
I'm just saying, but I am just so honored to be here on this day. Martin Luther King, honoring him, and just this wonderful city, because this is a season of collaboration, and this shows the collaboration of this city and the support.
Get ready to serve. Get ready to serve. So you give me 2 minutes. They said 2 minutes between 9 openings so we can get started. So we got the Zeta, and we got the pastor, and then we would like for the mayor. Mayor, can you come on over here where Miss Gigi Russell is? Thank you. Pastor, can you go down there where the Zeta is? Thank you.
Hey, Pastor Stephen Boyd, glad to be here. Met Mr. Shannon back in August
for the 50th anniversary of Martin Luther King's speech on Washington. At the time, he was in one of the cities close to my area. Invited me to be a part of that, and then a part of Southeast Regional Day, and now I'm here again. So thank you so much. Glad to be here to celebrate the dream and legacy of Dr. King. And the one thing I think about from time to time is, why did Dr. King, why did he endure beatings? Why did he go to jail? Why did he do so many things and suffer so many losses in his life? It's because we were the seed that he was planting at the time. And I don't know about you, but I'm glad that his life that he laid down, he did it just for you and did it just for me. And so I'm grateful for standing up here with all these men and women that represent different sectors of government. I'm glad to be a part of the concert this afternoon. So, hey, come back for the concert. We're going to sing some songs. We got a song called Hear the Land, because I believe that's what Dr. King would want, for us to hear the land.
Say right now. That's it, that's it. Come on.
I don't mind waiting.
That's it.
I don't mind waiting.
That's it.
On the
Now I want you to keep humming. Go ahead. I want y'all to hum with me. Come on, hum. I want y'all to hum. I want you to think about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the founder of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference at SCLC. You see, I'm the state vice president and the chapter president of the SCLC. I want y'all to keep humming. You may miss something. Selma to Montgomery, in order for us to vote, in order for us to have all of those elected officials there, 50 miles.
I just pulled me out of the crowd.
Where's Shelly? Shelly. everybody?
No, we got some. We want you in.